Here on the Suncoast, there are mandatory evacuations in place for flood zones A for both Manatee and Sarasota County. Emergency personnel here getting ready for what could be the worst storm to make landfall in Florida's history. We're going out live to ABC7's Stephanie Roberts, who is outside the Manatee County Emergency Operations Center with more on what crews are doing to prepare for this storm. Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning. And as we stand here, officials are absolutely pouring into the Emergency Operations Center. They are sitting down right now to start to make decisions about the new model information that you heard John and Steve giving us, because that information, of course, just getting to them as well. The big question now is, should evacuation orders be expanded? And that is something they are going to consider now. They are speaking within themselves, and we are told that we should get an official decision on whether zones B or even C and D will end up needing to be evacuated here in Manatee County. Just to review, right now it is a mandatory Zone A evacuation, and that certainly needs to be heeded. I asked them this morning if there is one thing that I can share with our Suncoast viewers, what would it be? And their answer was, heed the evacuation orders. As this storm gets closer and shows that it is not going to become less powerful, they just want you to do what is safe. And that is what they're here to decide as to whether we'll expand farther out than Zone A. A couple of other things we want to share with you. Winds over 45 miles per hour, which we are expecting to see throughout the day Sunday. That is when the sheriff and the fire department will stop responding to calls. This is why, if you're in a zone that's evacuated, you got to go, because they are not able to send their personnel out on the streets to help you. So that begins once those winds get to 45 miles per hour, and with high-profile fire trucks, it's even down to 35 miles per hour. Throughout the day today, we do expect to see more people leaving. You still have time. I drove south on I-75 this morning, and I was able to see the northbound traffic. Roads are quiet right now, and there certainly are stations that have gas. So again, if you are in an evacuation zone and you were thinking maybe you were going to ride it out, you are certainly being encouraged by all the county employees here. Reevaluate. It is still safe to leave. You still have time to evacuate. You just need to make a plan. Here in Manatee County, 22 different shelters are already open, and you can find out those exact locations online. Also, they want you to know not to call 911, and that's going to start immediately, unless, of course, it is a severe medical emergency. But if you have hurricane questions, hurricane stress, hurricane wonderings of where you should be, there is a citizens information line. I'm going to go ahead and give that to you now. If you want to grab a pencil, we will also have it on our website, and of course, it can be found on the Manatee County website. But the Citizens Information Line in Manatee is 941-749-3547. You can obviously understand 911 is going to get flooded with calls. They want to leave that line open for true medical emergencies. Also, checking on the roadways, Florida has a great system for traffic information. It's all linked to 511. So you can go to Twitter, you can go to Instagram, and it is FL511 or FL511.com online. That'll show you if there's any problems on the roadways. But if you can organize this morning, if you're in an evacuation zone, it is time to go. We won't have the luxury of this kind of time tomorrow. Reporting live from the Manatee County Emergency Operations Center, we'll have the latest information as it comes in. Back to you.
Thank you, Stephanie. As she mentioned, we are waiting this morning for an official decision on whether Zone B and C will be evacuated in Sarasota County. As of now, mandatory evacuations in Sarasota County remain limited to those low-lying areas, the islands, and mobile home residents. Yeah, Governor Rick Scott is set to make an appearance in Sarasota County later this morning for a hurricane briefing alongside our local emergency personnel. ABC7's Bobeth Yates joins us live from Sarasota County's Emergency Operations Center with more on the governor's visit in just a few hours. Bobeth?
Well, yes, I'm right now at the Emergency Management Operations here in Sarasota. This is going to be the headquarters where they will be monitoring this storm moment by moment. Right now it's a little quiet, but in about a couple hours, 9 o'clock, Governor Scott, who has been touring the state, is expected to be here giving us an update, a full briefing on what we can expect statewide and also in this area. Now, so far, what we do know, as you guys have been mentioning, that mandatory evacuations have been ordered for Zone A, those in mobile homes, and also on the barrier islands. People have till 8 p.m. today to get out if they are already not out. Now, shelters count so far, about 860 people have evacuated to the 4 shelters that are currently open. 6 more shelters are expected to go online later today. 2 of those will be for special needs, and 2 of those also will be for pet-friendly areas. So people still have multiple options. Again, they're warning everyone to get out if you are in any of those evacuation zones. Again, the barrier islands, and if you live in a mobile home. The governor will be here giving us a full update as he goes through all the details of what Irma is doing and what is expected for this area. Now, what we've also been told earlier is that if you happen to not evacuate and you're in one of these areas, no one will be able to come and get you until after things have cleared and things are safe for the actual officials to come out. So we want to again advise everyone to take all the necessary precautions they can. If they need to evacuate, do so. And also just remind you that we will be here at this facility with officials inside here. Now, this building houses about 100 people, and they'll be on the phones monitoring, not just the phones, but monitoring the satellites to make sure they know exactly what's happening, and they'll be dispensing crews to areas that need all the assistance that they can get. Now, we'll keep you updated. Again, 6 more shelters will be going online later today. 2 of them will be for special needs, and another 2 will be for pet-friendly, those with animals that, want to evacuate. And we'll keep you updated. Again, things are quiet here, but we'll expect more as the governor arrives to get more information, more details about what Irma is doing and how it could impact this area. And we'll bring you more details as we get it. Back to you.
Well, the mandatory evacuation in effect for Sarasota County is also for Flood Zone A, which are these low-lying coastal areas for mobile home residents. Emergency planning staff is preparing at the Sarasota County Emergency Operations Center, which is where we find ABC7's Bobeth Yates with a live update now. Bobeth, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Now, as I told you guys earlier, there are going to be 6 new shelters going online right now. 4 shelters have been are online. About 860 people have already filled those shelters, so they're bringing 6 more on. We don't know the exact locations of those shelters, but what we do know is 3 will be in South County, 3 will be in North County, and 2 of those will be for special needs, and the other 2 will be pet friendly. Now, those 6 shelters will be opening up at 10 a.m. So we'll bring you more details about where they actually are as soon as we get it. But we also have just found out that the National Guard will be on hand assisting Sarasota County with the operation of those shelters to make sure that everyone is getting in there and getting settled as they need be. Now, they want us to remind you guys that guns and narcotics are not allowed, but you should bring all the supplies that you need as far as your bedding and food and everything else, and whatever you need for your pets. And we'll bring you more information about where those shelters are as soon as we get it. Back to you.